next 6 minutes you can get acquainted with how Invoice Processing Solution based on Abbyy FlexiCapture 10 functions and see a live demonstration of its capabilities. This presentation will deal with the seemingly complicated task of processing invoices. Only 4% of invoices are processed through EDI, Electronic Data Interchange, which means that 96% of all invoices are still received as paper or PDF documents. In fact, each supplier invoice can cost between $3 and $15 to the company. Total cost of invoice processing, including sorting documents, keying in data, and archiving the invoice, could be too high. Automatic invoice processing is a complicated data capture task because the position of text strings to be extracted varies greatly from one form to another. Useful data may be positioned anywhere on the page, and in the case of multi-page forms, even on different pages. Therefore, simply specifying the coordinates of the data fields is not an option. Invoice tables may include columns of any type and arranged in any order, including columns with auxiliary information that need not be extracted. An invoice processing application must identify all data correctly and capture only those that are necessary in the given business process. The logic driving an invoice processing solution imitates human reasoning. For example, to look up the number of an invoice, a human will look for the key words, which determine the meaning of the value, such as invoice, invoice number, invoice issued, invoice number, etc. on the document. In common cases, the needed value will be somewhere next to or below any of those key words. The simplest job is to extract data only from invoice headers or subsequent indexing. However, these reference data may be insufficient in many usage scenarios. Abbyy addresses the issue with its proprietary FlexiCapture technology, which is powerful and flexible enough to process any type of invoice form. There is no need to create a new template for each new type of invoice that may be received from a new supplier. Instead, there is a versatile definition covering multiple possible invoice layouts and enabling the computer to successfully handle invoice layouts which it has never seen before. Now we start the live demonstration of the system. All invoices can be scanned and imported. As you can see, FlexiCapture has just automatically imported invoice images files. It can be set up to retrieve images from scanners, folders, hot folders, and even email messages. FlexiCapture is able to identify and separate one and multi-page invoices automatically and export the whole invoice as one logical document. Now the data is extracted from the images and verified once extraction is complete. Verification is done in one of three modes. Group verification. All symbols that may have been interpreted incorrectly are displayed, making it easy to spot any mistakes in groups of similar symbols. This mode saves a lot of time as the operator would had to look through every page. Field verification lets the operator see the fields which contain characters that may have been interpreted incorrectly, so that the correct symbol, highlighted red, may be determined from context. This mode is useful for names, addresses, etc. Verification scenarios are easily configured through flexible settings to suit any project. Database verification. Rows of a table from an invoice can be verified by comparison with an existing set of values from the purchase orders database, PODB. For example, an invoice for a shipment should list the same items as the PO for this shipment. Abbyy